Now I know what the problem was. I'd written episode 2, so I keep saying episode 2, but it's episode 3, so. All right, okay. Oh, they're here. Well, hello. Welcome back, rather. Tonight, we talk about taking risks. We meet a man doing an extraordinary thing in an unusual place. And I sit down with the CEO of Grace Eleyae, Inc., Grace Eleyae. I'm Justin Sapp. Welcome to Sapp Stories. Where you're from can tell you a lot about a person. Maybe you're from a small town or from a place so wonderful, the belief was, why leave? Why go? We have everything we need right here. You know, my daddy was a farmer, his daddy was a farmer, and you are gonna be a farmer. The ancient world had a similar perspective on life. Life was kind of this circular motion. You helped out in a collectivistic way. You were a part of the family unit. And the one thing you did not do was step outside of that circle. Then one day, everything changed. The story goes, God told a man named Abram to leave one of these ancient cultures. What happens next changes the world forever. Truly, the Middle East, all the way to ancient Rome, even America's founders. The text just says, Abram went, he left, and he pursued a completely new life, giving generations after him permission to do the same. Respond to our innate human desire to risk, to become the highest version of ourselves, to dare even to dream. The question is, why is this so hard to do? It's like the moment we step out to pursue a dream, to become a higher version of ourselves, it's like there's this negative energy pushing us with equal measure and almost willing us to sit back down, to not risk, to not journey. Author Steven Pressfield has actually coined a name for this force. He calls it the resistance. It's the energy that whispers to you, you're not good enough. You can't do it. You're too old. Your best days are behind you. I've actually given my voice a name. His name is John Carlo. As I was saying, ancient cultures... Jean? Not now. Jean, oh, he's gonna do it. Jean, no.
You actually think someone will sit and watch this show? I think again.
Not now, Jean. I'm in the middle of something. I'm talking to my friends here.
The middle? More like the end, my friend. 36 does not look good on you.
I actually believe I'm just getting started. Thank you very much. 36 is still young to some people.
Why even start? Let it be. Let your dreams die here with me. That rhymed.
I'm sorry you had to see that. I want you to meet a man who stepped out and took a risk of his own. A man named California James. Can you see white rivers and rolling hills of green? Do the gold street lights make you think of me?
My name is California James, and I'm from Los Angeles, California. Growing up, you know what I'm saying, I was that dude, right? You know what I mean? I played sports. Sometimes I'd be out there running around in the streets doing things I wasn't supposed to do, but I was raised well, you know what I mean? So I always came back to who I was and who my family taught me to be. My mom, growing up, she always had country music on, right? I'd come home, she'd be listening to Garth Brooks and Dunn, even Shania Twain. And at the time, I, to be honest with you, I didn't get it. I didn't understand country music. And as I got older, I began to see it was really about them stories. You know what I mean? It was really about taking a complex thought and putting it into a metaphor, making it beautiful. And so kind of like hip hop, country music is that same way. And so with a name like California James, honestly, I didn't have no choice but to become a country star. Little by little, y'all see I got the boots on, you know what I mean? So I started dressing more Western, dressing more country. And it ain't no gimmick, you know what I mean? When I'm dressed like this, I feel like I'm the real me. This is who I am. And so I try to bring that to the table for y'all today.
Did you ever even go? I'll never know. But if you did, I hope your dream came true.
I'm gonna sing a song for y'all, and so I hope y'all enjoy it, and I hope y'all vote me through to the next round, California James.
All right. California James. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I want you to meet someone who, according to Forbes magazine, says she's a CEO you need to know about. Please meet Grace Eleyae. Where are you from?
So I'm from Chino, it's not that small, but it was an agriculture town when it was. It's not anymore, but it's about 30 minutes east of Los Angeles in California.
What does being from Chino do to your worldview, especially as a CEO of a company as large as Grace Eleyae?
Being from Chino is like, because, we out of Chino also came Diana Taurasi, and we have a couple other, rising stars that came out of there. I was always really competitive with the people in my grade, and had people that were my mile markers, that were like, okay, gotta get my grades up, or gotta, be better at that. Within soccer, I played soccer growing up. And it was kind of a small town, and there were a lot of people who wanted to stay in Chino. And I think I always knew there would be more, or it would be bigger, because I'm also first generation. My mom's from Kenya, my dad's from Nigeria. And I think I always thought that, I knew that there was more to the world because of that history,
First thing you're talking about is your parents, and your mom being from Kenya, your dad being from Nigeria, you being first generation American. And what do you think, or how did that experience inform how you approach business and how you approach work?
Entrepreneurship is about taking on risk. And the very journey of an immigrant, is risk. It's all risk. You're literally going to another land where you may or may not know anyone. You're trying to build a life. You don't know the culture or the customs, and you have to somehow not just survive, but succeed, and the fact that my parents were able to do that, it was an example for me, because of their very spirit, the fact that they came out from Africa to the US and figured out how to go to school and then to work, and then the citizenship process, that all of it was them taking on risk and succeeding through it, and having to keep going even when it didn't make sense or when it was difficult. And I think that literally is what business is. You keep going even when it's difficult, even when you don't know if you're actually going to make it to a destination. You just keep going, and I think that definitely informed it.
So when you think about risk, what is in your purview as a big risk that you have been thinking about, praying about, contemplating, like, okay, I think I'm getting closer to jumping? Like, what's that big risk?
There's a few different things. We have some irons in the fire that I'm really excited about. I think we're launching a hair care line that is supposed to help define the curl. And that's a baby that I've been working on for 3+ years, and just going back and forth. I probably tried 1,000 different iterations at some point. Some that made my hair brittle. I thought it would literally break in half. But it's so close to the best for me, because I would never, a lot of my story and how this business even started was because of hair breakage, and so I would never want to put anything out there that, would ever potentially break something. So to me, that's a big risk, and then of course it's just a completely new market that I'm so excited about it, because, like I said, 3 years in the making, but I feel like that's one of those that's it's been a risk in terms of investment in time. It's been a risk in terms of investment in resources, and it's are we ready to share it with the world, which I'm really excited about. I think that's a big one.
That's huge. And I think as a leader of this company, and a leader just in the entrepreneurial space, when you look out over the landscape, what is the thing that you're taking to work with you every morning? Like, what is a problem that really gets you excited to want to see solved? Whether it's in business or in people's lives, like what is it that you're just like, no, we like got to get this,
But I right now, I think what I'm enjoying is a lot of the product development stuff. So I've been heading product development since inception, and I still enjoy it. I still enjoy talking through products and different designs, and I still those are, I guess, but because we, on our issues list, as we call it, we have both issues and ideas, that we have people like fill in at any given point in time. And it's like, yeah, I like to fill those with also ideas. I think there's so much opportunity to get focused on the issues that we forget about, like the big thinking, and so like I try to save time for bigger thinking and ideas. Of course, that goes by the wayside most of the time, but yeah.
What are some of the good things about a family business? Because I think a lot of us, we always hear the negative, and every one of these shows is about like how a family's getting torn apart or whatever. But, what are some of the good things that people may not know about in running a family business?
In a family business, and my brother Emmanuel and my sister Angel used to say this all the time, the highs are really high. You're winning together. You're winning with your family. It's amazing, What? It's just, you didn't ask for this part, but the lows are just even lower. They can just be a little lower, because you know how to get under each other's skin pretty good. When
you think about 8 years in, what has been the biggest win, and what's been the biggest surprise, perhaps?
So biggest win, I can start with that. I would definitely say most, if not all, of our PR wins. So Oprah's Favorite Things, getting on Gabrielle Union, Yvonne Orji, being on The Real, there's Beyond the View, meeting Whoopi. And there's so many that are like the huge wins that are so surprising. And I would even say that's the biggest surprise. Yeah, like how big it became so quickly, and how impacting it has been, in so many arenas and for so many people, because all I was doing was solving a problem in my own life. And so I didn't realize so many other people had a similar issue, so.
Will you come back and do the show again?
Yeah, I definitely would.
Awesome. Yeah. Grace Eleyae. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks for being with us tonight. I mean it sincerely. It means so much to have you join us each episode. I just want to say, if there is something within you that you want to do, something that you want to risk for, a dream that you have, a version of yourself that you see in the future that you want to become, do it. Life is short. I'm rooting for you. And when you do it, we will all be there to celebrate together. So may we think of people with compassion, and always remember, people are fascinating.